This is in Starbrite's DNA.
It really is. This is a way to bring everybody out to show them what we actually do. An event like this is bringing out the entire team, and they're meeting our pro staff, and they're meeting all of our artists and our ambassadors and our guides. And then they get to participate.
Right.
That's the coolest part about it. They're seeing it, they're doing it, they have a purpose. It's so inspiring to see everyone get inspired.
This is the Connected by Water podcast, fueled by Papa's Pilar Rum, who remind us never to be a spectator. And protected by Starbrite, where it's always Starbrite season. Special thanks to our sponsors, Seaward Systems, Holokai, Parchview, and Lingchini for their great support of our show. This special edition travel episode was recorded on location with our legendary guest. Kouri Carey, how's it going?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So this is like, you are man behind the scenes for all this, right? Like,
You can say that,
right?
yeah.
So,
I mean, really, you know Derek and Kouri.
Right.
I'm actually the other Kouri.
Yeah.
So I talk with Derek all day long. I work with him. I'm VP of Brand and Marketing at Starbrite.
Mhm.
So I oversee all of our advertising, all of our marketing department, all of our creative, packaging, and then I also kind of manage Derek. So throughout the day, he has two Kouris basically
right.
on him all day. He calls me his work husband. So it works out. But yeah, we definitely, we're very close, and we we love creating together.
Sure.
I'm a creative by heart. He is, you see, he's a creative.
Mhm.
And we just bounce ideas off of each other nonstop, and we come up with these awesome plans.
Yeah.
And one of us executes something awesome, whether he's doing it or I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, working with Derek, I've had the honor and the pleasure to work with Derek too as a fellow artist, and it's just infectious to work with him. And it's just like, anytime we have a conversation, even if we always try not to talk creative on purpose, right?
It
But
doesn't happen.
inevitably it just always melds into us like, and we're like, we get off the phone going, damn it, we made more work for ourselves, didn't we? I go, yeah, I guess we did.
He'll be sending me, like pictures from an event he's at night, and I'll write back, that would be a great script for a commercial. Oh, here it is, and I write it out, and he starts getting into it. He's like, no, back to event.
Right.
So we really
Stay on
do
point.
inspire each other creatively, and it's a good relationship.
That's awesome. This is such a meaningful, not only just the event, the program. This is the 4th annual one, right? So
Correct.
we did this last year at Marker 24.
Yep.
Here we are a little bit more south down Lagoon. We're here in Grant-Valkaria at the Old Fish House, and we're doing the good work here, right?
And it's growing every year.
It's growing every year. I mean, just seeing the people that are here, the amount of people that are pitching in and helping, and just flat out having a good time, it's inspiring to see conservation at work.
Mm-hmm.
But and seeing the passion behind what everyone's doing. But we talked a little bit earlier about this is in Starbrite's DNA.
It really is.
Right.
And what's really cool about it is that we're a big company.
Mm-hmm.
We put juice in bottles. We make a lot of cleaning chemicals, a lot of accessories worldwide. And everyone in our office, not everyone's in recreational, sporting, fishing, camping. A lot of people just sit in their cubicle all day and process orders.
Right.
And this is a way to bring everybody out to show them what we actually do.
Mm-hmm.
I get to be in it every day, writing commercials and working with our pro staff and our TV shows. And too many people don't know what we can actually do and the good that we're doing on the flip side.
Right.
And so an event like this is bringing out the entire team to say, oh, this is what we do. And they're meeting our pro staff, and they're meeting all of our artists and our ambassadors and our guides, and just seeing the work. And then they get to participate.
Right.
That's the coolest part about it.
Action Day, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, Action Day.
Well, and it's not just SeaSafe. SeaSafe evolved into what it is now because it wasn't just, it didn't have a purpose on its own. SeaSafe's purpose was to do what we do best, is marketing, and bring all of these other projects together to actually get their marketing out. You know, there's so many different projects around
That Clean Water Collective, right?
Right, the Clean Water Collective, because these are multiple projects that we keep adding to it. And we have more and more people from around the country that want to be part of it, which is really cool. And that's why it's a collective. That's the coolest part about it, that we are using our best skills, marketing and organizing, putting on events to highlight everyone else that couldn't do that on their own. And now we're adding action, we're adding volunteers to it, we're putting manpower behind it, we're putting, action where our mouth is, and it's really inspiring to see it.
It's such a great environmental vehicle that you've built, right? It's such a conduit for people to get involved. And I love that not only is it involving your partners and your advertisers, sponsors, like the people that are in that umbrella, you know what I mean? Even like guys like me, like Connected by Water, like we're boots in the water, getting involved, but you're involving the community. The people outside of Starbright, like people from the local area are coming in. I see them making mangrove bombs. Everyone's smiling.
I love it.
Happy.
I love it. Everyone brought their kids, and their kids are over there, painting seashells and making mangrove bombs and learning about it. Watching clams in action. It's really inspiring. And what's cool is how it evolved so naturally. So naturally. Kouri Red Wine, she was just, kind of doing what she always does in the background while Derek and I were starting to work together for Starbright, but we couldn't overlook what she was doing. And we just kept putting her in more and more videos to the point where she was just repping Starbright at some point, because we kept giving her more products and giving her more assignments to do. And then she became our conservation director. It was just so amazing how that evolved.
Right?
Like this is almost an accident. Don't get me wrong. A lot of work went into it, but the way it just connected by water.
There you go.
It all just came to fruition so naturally that now we think back, it could not happen this way. It had to end up this way, and it's only getting bigger and bigger.
You brought up the really important buzzword independently on your own just now, which is purpose. And that's what we've already talked about a few times on the show. And that really, I think, is what today is all about, right? It brings purpose for Starbright and their DNA and their company and what they want to achieve. Brings purpose to the sponsors for giving meaning to what they're getting involved with. Gives purpose to the people that are involved. And I really think that is the most meaningful aspect of it all, right? It's the human being's really connection to the earth and the environment.
That is connecting with other human beings with the same purpose. Which is different. Like we sponsor a lot of events, and we have people here from our office who've never come together to work on a single event at once. Usually it's like, oh, my kid's softball team has this, or there's a trash pickup. Can you sponsor it? And it's their own individual path, and no one else from the company is seeing that all together. And here, they're seeing it, they're doing it, they have a purpose, and it's such a camaraderie we're building. It makes Starbright a lot stronger, but it also is building roots in the community, which is taking everything we do and almost doing it backwards, switching it over to grassroots. And it's so inspiring to see everyone get inspired.
That's a really good point. Yeah, that's a really good view on it, for sure. But what about you? What about your purpose in all this, right? And it's got to mean a lot too, right?
Yes, it does. And that's the thing, is like, my whole life I've been in packaging design and selling consumer packaged goods, on retail shelves. And first, I can't design for a company that I don't believe in. Or a product I don't believe in. If a product doesn't work, I will not put my name on doing that label. I can't ethically do that. And so first, Starbright products I believe in, they work, all of it. I know the science behind it, I study it, and I promote that. But second, there's this underlying realness to all of it, because everyone in the company uses the products themselves.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
it's authentic.
Yeah.
For sure. You know, a lot of it's thank you for bringing that up, because I noticed that a lot in this, just event alone, but just
Right.
in general with Starbright. Like when I talk about, like when I went fishing the other day and I came back and I'm like, hey, does anybody have any salt off? Because I like hitting my rods with it
Right.
before, you know, because it makes a big difference. And then everyone's like, oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Let's go find it. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
no one's like, oh, you don't really need it. Just hose it off. You know what I mean?
Right.
No one's taking that perspective.
Yeah,
Everyone's like,
someone
no,
says-
that is really good stuff.
Someone
Let's
says
go grab it.
vinegar or bleach, and everything falls silent. You know,
Yeah.
It's really good. But for me personally, just to see, you know, I was always overwhelmed with having lots of different projects, and SeaSafe was one of those that was there, but no one was there to really coddle it and let it grow and, you know, incubate it into something like this.
Right.
And when Derek and Kouri came along, they brought manpower. They brought passion. I mean, obviously, I'm looking at thousands of mangroves growing in Starbright buckets. That is Kouri's passion.
Right.
And so for me to actually see some of my babies, you know, kind of get to grow and have the light of day. There are a lot of other projects I'd love to get going, but now that I have the manpower and teamwork to do it, I feel like this is only going to grow larger and larger, and it makes me very happy.
I feel the same way. I feel like this is just the beginning.
It is. It really is. It's like if only they knew how much bigger it can grow next year. Even the people hosting, they're going to be surprised.
Yep. And you know what? Like you talk about products that you believe in and not working for a company so you don't believe in. We feel the same way. Like with Connected by Water and with our studio, like anyone who's involved with the show, if they don't have that ethos or the same kind of principles that we believe in, then we just assume not.
Yeah.
About it.
And I mean, that's my question. It's like, is this authentic? You know, even when we do a commercial, when we write a script, I have to ask, is this authentic? And if it's not, then I scrap it. If I can't find one of my pro staff that really believes in the product that we're asking them to rep, then it won't work.
Yeah.
And just recently we had Bobby Lane, you know, do one for Metal Protect, one of our new ceramic products. But he called me up a year ago and would not stop talking about how much he loved it.
Oh,
and
that's
so
great.
I'm like, you know what, can we film this? And we did. And just a couple weeks ago at every show we went to, everyone came up and asked for that product because they saw it on TV. And that authenticity, it just comes across on camera. It's so natural. And that's what we go for at Starbright. You know, we're always a family company at heart. We are grassroots, we're homegrown, and wherever you see us in a store, we've probably put it there with our own hands.
Yeah, that's awesome. I am proud to be part of the Starbright family. So Kouri, thank you so much.
We love
for
having you
including
here.
me.
It's been
Really,
great.
It really means a lot. So enjoy the day, enjoy the event. Thanks for sitting down with me.
Thanks, Dennis.
All right.